Today's edition of MacVoices is sponsored by Smile, the makers of PDF Pen, PDF Pen Pro, PDF Pen for iPad and iPhone, PDF Pen Scan Plus for iPad and iPhone, Text Expander Touch, and Disk Label. Find out more about all their great products at smilesoftware.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and I'm at the SuperMeet in Las Vegas. This is MacVoices, and we're here in the iZotope booth at the SuperMeet, talking to Evan about what's new with iZotope. Evan, it's great to see you.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Yeah. So the last time I talked to iZotope, you guys kind of blew me away with some of what you were doing, and I understand there's some cool new stuff this year.
Absolutely. So in addition to demonstrating RX4, which is our current generation of audio repair and enhancement, we're also actually expanding the RX family into an entire line of post-production tools. And one of the main things that we're showing this year is our brand new tool, which is RX Loudness Control. It's automatic loudness processing for broadcast compliance. So especially now that we're getting more and more strict rules about actual loudness standards in different territories, particularly if you're delivering to multiple territories, we wanted to make sure that it's really easy to do that. So it's a really simple interface of choose the preset for whatever loudness standard you need, analyze and render it that way. If you've got multiple places, just do it again with the next place. So it's a really quick, easy, and really good sounding way to make sure that you're loudness compliant.
Now, is this a standalone application, or does this integrate with my NLE?
So this will integrate with Pro Tools, with Abbott's Media Composer, and also with Adobe Premiere Pro, which we're very excited about, because it's actually the first ever automatic loudness processing that's available for Premiere.
So let's talk a little bit about what it does to the audio. Does it compress it and level it out, or is it just a matter of cutting down the peaks so that we don't go above a certain level, or what is it doing to my audio?
So what it's actually doing is one large sweeping gain adjustment, and then going with the true peak limiter as well. So we wanted to make sure that one, we're not squashing anything with compression and kind of changing the sound of it. We just want to make sure that it is compliant, both in terms of LKFS and true peak. And needless to say, some certain standards as well have different requirements for momentary, short-term, so we want to make sure that that's in there as well. So again, it's a large gain adjustment and true peak limiting that's getting that compliant result.
That sounds fairly sophisticated, and yet you say I just turn it on and pick my standard and that's it.
Yep, so like in Media Composer, you load your mix down into the plugin. At that point, you choose your preset, hit Analyze, or the optional button, and then OK, and that's going to render back into your bin. So it's very easy to use.
Wow, that's nice. That's really nice. What kind of pricing do we have for this?
So pricing will be $349. Currently, we are having a kind of a pre-release pricing of $299, and then at launch at the end of the month, we will be bringing it up to $349. Will be the street price.
Great. And where do we send people to find it?
Right to our website, www.izotope.com. You'll notice that we have an entire section dedicated to our post-production customers, and in there you'll find RX Loudness Control.
Anything going on with any of the other tools we talked about last year, or just upgrades making them better?
All sorts of new tools, particularly within RX. For our RX Advanced customers, we have a bunch of new tools from EQ matching to ambience matching, so actually synthesizing room tone. And our standard users as well are getting new features with RX Connect, so making sure it's a more smooth workflow, clip gain, and the very popular dialogue denoiser, which was previously an RX3 Advanced, is now an RX4 Standard as well, which is just really, again, similar to RX Loudness Control, really easy to use. You drop it on your vocal channel, and you just have a single knob, more reduction or less reduction.
This is all very impressive. You all have a bit of a reputation as the gold standard in noise processing for video. It sounds like you're just trying to kick it up a few more notches. We
absolutely are, and we're really trying to become to really offer solutions for the entire step of it, from editing to mixing to delivery.
Now we're going to take a little look at something. What are you going to show us?
We're going to be taking a look at RX Loudness Control, so our automatic loudness processing tool here.
So let's go.
So we are currently in Avid's Media Composer. Now again, RX Loudness Control also functions in Pro Tools and Premiere Pro. So the way we do this is we have our 5.1 mixdown made here. This functions anywhere from mono up to 5.1, as again it is built for broadcast. We will select then iZotope RX Loudness Control in our Audio Suite window and open the plug. So you'll see it's a very, very simple interface. I can click here to open up our presets, which have our various loudness standards. So here in the US, we'll use 1773. All we need to do now is hit optional. This is going to analyze the file and show us how we're doing and if we've gone over or under, and we are well over the allowable integrated level. We can also see in our history where we went over. We can see our integrated short-term and momentary levels with a little readout to show us at which points. Something I hadn't mentioned is we also have the capability to export our loudness history as a CSV file, so you can also have that as a deliverable to the network. So at this point, if you need to make any changes, again, if the network has a different true peak level or anything, you can change that. Then all we do is hit OK. Right now, it is processing. And now we have our loudness compliant mix here. So we can again bring it back in if we want to, just to run it again to check. Open up Loudness Control. And this is going to be our now actual compliant file. And here we are, sitting pleasantly at -24 LKFS. So it's a very easy user interface. It's, again, all we need to do is choose a preset of those loudness standards, and we're good to go.
That's very cool. It's so easy and it's so powerful, and I like it because I don't have to pay that much attention to it. I just do it. It does all the work for me and makes me sound good.
That's exactly what we're going for. We want something that's just really easy. It's going to sound great, and then of course you're not going to have rejected mixes because they're not compliant.
Okay, so one more time. The website is
www.izotope.com.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for supporting the SuperMeet. It's great to see you again.
Thank you as well.
Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. We'll be back with more from the SuperMeet in Las Vegas and more from NAB in Las Vegas. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the MacVoices blog. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date on all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at macvoices.com/newsletter. Do more with your Apple tech by subscribing to the free MacVoices magazine on Flipboard by visiting macvoices.com/magazine. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.